I think we need to make sure that people understand that we are standing resolutely with Israel, but ultimately Israel is its own nation. They're going to make decisions based on their own interests. They're our strongest and best and most enduring ally in the region. Iran has been a regional hegemon for a long time, and Israel has reached a point at which they have to take action.
All right, well, that was the House Intel Committee Chair Rick Crawford there, joining us last hour and defending Israel's fight against an existential threat from Iran. It follows another round of strikes from Iran overnight, targeting several buildings, including an Israeli hospital. Mike Sarraille is a retired Navy SEAL and host of Unsung Arlington on Fox Nation. I recommend everybody watch it. Mike, thank you so much for joining us. I want to take you to the touchscreen here first and just lay out the capabilities and the possibilities here. As we now know that President Trump has set this 2-week time frame. This is a look at Iran's ballistic missile range, obviously putting Israel directly in its capable path here. But when you look at these outer rings, 3,000 kilometers, I mean, you're talking Italy, Germany are in the range currently for their ballistic missiles. Talk a little bit about this and the threat that exists today.
So this is the exact reason that President Trump knew that this decision needed to be made. This puts the EU within range. We've always known that Israel was within range, especially if they arm one of those ballistic missiles with a nuclear capable warhead. But we are at I'll say for President Trump, a historic moment that could define his presidency and not only change the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East, but the world. And so this decision needed to be made. And President Trump is not only showing just, let's say, strategic and tactical patience. He's absolutely demonstrating it, allowing Iran to chip away, not only at the military leaders, their military infrastructure, but allowing, Israel to continue to conflict or inflict damage and chaos in Iran, waiting to see if a regime change is possible.
I want to pop this up now. This is Iran's ballistic missile attacks, the ones that we have seen just over about a 5-day period going back to June 13th. The attacks targeting Israel. I believe it's 200, launched as many as 200 in 6 different barrages on June 13th. That was around 30 missiles per attack. What we've seen, though, is this slowdown, and the IDF is saying that has been able to seriously degrade its ability to launch these attacks. Do you believe that to be the case?
It is. Not only have they demonstrated the ability to reduce or destroy their ballistic missiles, they've also degraded their air or strategic air defenses. So Israel has dominance of the skies over Iran. Was it expected that ballistic missiles from Iran were going to get past the Iron Dome, the David Sling and Arrow 3 system? It was. Israel was prepared for this. They're determined. They're steadfast, knowing that this is the time to eradicate not only Iran's nuclear weapons facilities and their ability to enrich weapons-grade nuclear warheads, but also to enact regime change. And the regime change is now Plan A. The nuclear facilities, which have all been hit except for Fordow, are part of a secondary initiative now.
Yeah, and this, just want to bring you to the end of the chart here, because Iran launched just a single ballistic missile yesterday, which looks like proves the point the IDF is making about degrading its capabilities here. I want to finish off with this and how quickly, Mike, please do weigh in on how quickly Iran could enrich uranium for a nuclear weapon. We know that they could acquire a nuclear weapon in less than a few days. Some estimate up to 2 weeks. But do tell us about that and what knowledge we've been able to obtain about their capabilities so far.
Yes, Sandra. So what the intel we have is that they've enriched U-235 uranium to 60% in order to reach weapons grade munitions or nuclear munitions. It has to be at 90% enriched or higher. So Israel made the decision based off their intelligence to strike them now. Now, I couldn't tell you how quickly they could get from 60 to 90%, but we can't wait to see if that happens. And that's why Fordow is in the crosshairs of the world right now, and whether Trump is going to make a decision to conduct a strike on Fordow and remove their capabilities completely from reaching 90% enriched uranium.
All right, Mike, we always appreciate when you can join us. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.
Thanks, Sam.